What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Front Yard Fantasy Hour presented by FanDuel. I'm your host, Simon, joined as always by my co-hosts, Josh and John Luke. How's it going, boys?
Oh, it's Friday. I'm
Josh,
also here.
Looking fresh in that suit and jail. I love your shirt as well. We've got a special guest here with us today. He's the founder of Big Dogs Gotta Eat, the first fantasy lifestyle brand, and a friend of the show, Nick Ercolano. Welcome to the show, and thank you so much for coming on today, my man.
Thank you all for having me. As I said before, John's been trying to pull me on the show for a while, but he's never actually given me an invite. He's like, dude, when you coming on the show? When are you coming on the show? I'm like, literally just tell me the day. And then he waited.
I sent him a letter every Monday.
Like a year and a half, and he finally served me, and now I'm here.
I gotta play it cool. It's like jury duty, you know. Don't want to seem too pressed.
You strung me on for long enough that I wanted it so bad.
Yeah.
All according to plan. We got Band Up Barry in here. He said, first, take that, Scott Fish. You got beat by Barry today. Dennis in here. He said, sup. What's up, Dennis? And welcome in, Mike. What up?
Mike.
Daddy's home FF. Uh-oh. We got FanDuel Daddy and Daddy Mike in here at the same time. They're going to be competing to see who's the number one daddy on this stream today. Maria in here said, happy Friday, FYF fam. Welcome in, Maria. Glad to have you here.
Maria.
And Rhett says, where's Al Gore? I've been asking the same thing. We've been inviting him for weeks.
That question pops in my head every couple months. I'm just like, I wonder where he is right now.
I sent out like a text message to my audience. I have like a little text message marketing platform, and I was like, we're live on YouTube doing some dumb shit on Al Gore on Al Gore's internet. And I remember something happened with Al Gore and the internet or whatever. He claimed he made it up, so for some reason that popped into my head. So anyone that mentions Al Gore is because I said something about it.
He's super serial. He's super serial.
Yeah.
Isaiah in here, he said BDGE baby with the goat. Absolutely. And we got Kevin here saying bird up. Welcome in, Kev. Up. Guys, today we brought Nick here to play some Fantasy Fortune. Before we do that, a couple things we got to get to. Number one, if you're watching this right now, that means you are already on the FanDuel YouTube or Twitch channel. If you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. If you're on Twitch, hit that follow button. FanDuel has a whole team of awesome content creators pushing out content to help you win some money. So make sure you are subscribed over there. And we have some questions in here already. Matt Brody wants to know, what are your thoughts on DJ Moore, full PPR rest of season? Josh, we'll start with you on this one. What do you think about DJ Moore rest of season? Top 10, top 20?
Yeah, locked and loaded top 10 wide receiver for me in a PPR league the rest of the season. I love him, especially in a PPR league. Sam Darnold seems to love him as well. He's getting all the targets, and he's the Panthers' number one wide receiver. Start him every week.
Nick, how do you feel about DJ Moore going forward?
Yeah, I'm with him. I think at this point you just kind of take the good with the bad, and we saw what the good's going to be when it's good, and it's really, really good, and everybody else on that team is really, really bad. So you're gonna see DJ Moore just continue to shine. Whenever the Panthers have their good games, it's going to be because of him.
Yep. Yeah. And hopefully when CMC comes back, it'll open that offense up a little bit more. That'll be good for DJ Moore rest of the season as well. I'm right there with you guys. Man, we're getting all sorts of BDGE love in here already, Nick. You're bringing them all
Nick's
in.
Show now. I think we are Nick's guest. That's what's happening here.
It always is, baby.
It always is.
Hunter said Nicky. And then we got Mike asking Bateman rest of season. So, JL, we'll start with you on this one. We didn't come to you for DJ Moore, but Rashad Bateman, what do you think about him rest of season?
Very bullish on Bateman. First game back, he got, I believe it was 6 targets. Looked at it a couple days ago. Could be wrong with that, but it's around 6 targets.
It was.
Yeah, leading the team. I'm pretty sure with him and Mark Andrews both tied 6 targets leading that team. Very excited. If he continues to get that type of target share, Bateman's super talented. Very, very good prospect coming into the league, and he looked great.
Nick, I see you nodding a bit down there. Do you agree with JL, or you have a different take on Bateman?
I'm probably not as bullish for redraft. He's one of my favorite prospects coming in, and I tried to get him in the few dynasty startups I did in the offseason. I reached a few rounds early just to secure him. But I think one of the things I really liked about him coming to the redraft season was that like we kind of viewed him in the range of outcomes of like being the alpha in the Baltimore offense, and I feel like that's not an outcome at this point. Like Mark Andrews and Hollywood Brown are both playing so well that like how good does Bateman have to be in order for him to jump both of those guys at this point in the season? I'm like, I don't see it happening. I could see him, having some good like 5 for 72 touchdown games, but I don't think the upside that we saw or that we thought or could have projected in the beginning of the season is going to be there for him anymore.
It's still a run first offense. Like they're passing more than they have in the past, but it's still not like a super high passing.
They want to run. They definitely want to run. They can run.
Yeah.
Just wait till they get. Wait till they get the best running back in the NFL, Dearness Johnson. They put that trade offer out today, then they'll be running all over people. Guaranteed 140 yards every single week is what I'm hearing out there. Just so everyone's clear, I'm kidding.
Dearness Johnson looked really good last night, though.
He looked really good, and I was 100,000% wrong about that. Mike in here says Tannehill top 12 rest of season. Nick, how do you feel about Ryan Tannehill rest of season?
I don't really know how you can consider him top 12 rest of the season because he hasn't been anywhere near top 12 up to this point in the season.
Yeah.
It was like exciting in the beginning of the year, but Julio and AJ Brown just can't stay on the field together. So unless they're like 100% healthy and operating at full strength, which is like, I don't know how we can expect that at any point this season, just given the inconsistency we've had. And like Derrick Henry is getting, I mean, not that we couldn't have projected this. Like we literally should have known this is exactly what was going to happen.
And everything.
Tannehill's not really running the ball that much either. I don't know. The offense looks like clunky outside of just handing the ball to Derrick Henry. So Tannehill's it's fine as like a quarterback too in super flex, but I definitely don't see him top 12.
Completely agree. I think
he's like a solid QB2. Like
right in the middle, which is disappointing because he was drafted to be that quarterback one for you. He was one of those values that everyone was excited about, and it's just not panning out. We got some more questions in here. We will get into our game, guys. If we don't get to your question right away, we're going to be answering them throughout the show in between rounds of the game. So don't worry. We're going to do our best to answer all of your questions. Hunter in here says, sell A-Rob. I'm going to start first on this one. You can try, but you're going to get pennies on the dollar right now for Allen Robinson based on what he's been producing right now. This is going to be a hard time to try to sell A-Rob in my mind. Nick, how do you feel about that? Would you be trying to sell A-Rob right now?
I mean, like who's buying used socks? Like what store are you going to that's going to accept that as a trade offer? Like, I don't know. I mean, if you can't get rid of A-Rob, go for it. Yeah.
Al Gore's used socks.
I'll buy those.
I mean, if you can get rid of him, sure. Like, I don't really expect anything out of A-Rob at this point. And I guess the question is like, why? Like, what's going on? Justin Fields has been a little weird, but Mooney's had some good games, and I've seen some chatter on Twitter that he's not separating like the old A-Rob is, and I'm pretty excited to see like Matt Harmon's reception perception info in the offseason to see if A-Rob's kind of hitting that cliff. He's not that old, so it's kind of surprising. But either way, I mean, the numbers don't lie at this point, so I want no part of A-Rob.
Yeah, that offense is just, I think they're last in amongst all NFL teams in just passing plays. Like they're just not passing very much. So if I could see like you can make a narrative argument here that they somehow unlock Fields and start passing more. It's totally possible, but that's what you're sort of counting on. They do. Him and Mooney have like a pretty much dominance over this target share in this offense.
And that's what I was going to bring up now. So Anthony, before he leaves, he's going to see the Eagles tonight, so he can't stick around for long, but he's got a question for us before he heads out. He said Mooney or A-Rob rest of season. So Josh, where are you going on this one? Mooney or A-Rob?
If I had to start one of these guys this week, I'd actually start Mooney, but yeah, I think A-Rob has a little bit more value for me personally. The rest of the season, I'm still hoping that he can be the A-Rob of old. So rest of the season, if I had to pick, I would pick Mooney, scoring more points, but I'd rather have A-Rob. So it's kind of a weird situation where I'm just still believing in the talent from years past, which, you know, we got to adjust, and A-Rob hasn't looked great, but I'm holding out some hope personally.
Yeah, I don't know what else you can do besides just sit there and hold unless you're willing to drop A-Rob. One more question, guys, before we start our game. Rhett Cortez wants to know Keenan Allen or Antonio Brown rest of season, half PPR. And I think everyone on the stream kind of reacted the same way when we read this question. That's a tough one. Do any of you have a strong opinion immediately on which of these players you want rest of the season?
Keenan Allen. Yeah,
I would have taken AB had it not been for this injury.
Really?
I think if you're taking Keenan here, you might be overthinking this. Like I feel like we can, or at least I can confidently say AB is like the number one in that offense. Like I don't think it's going anywhere, man. The big games are fucking big, and I mean other players are gonna have good games, but AB has taken over as a wide receiver one there, and he might be a little bit older than Godwin and Mike Evans, but he's playing like the old AB. And Keenan, the problem with Keenan is like the last time he got a target over like 12 yards was like week 2. He just doesn't get those valuable targets anymore. So it's hard to like, he's such a good player and he's tied to Herbert. But if Antonio Brown's healthy, which I don't know his status, if this ends up being like a high ankle sprain or some shit, obviously it's going to be Keenan Allen. But at this point, man, AB's been absolutely like, he basically has a floor of what Keenan Allen's doing every week, but has that 25-30 point upside.
I think I'm closer to where you are, Nick, on this one. I would choose AB. It's not as emphatically, but I do agree with you. As someone who's very high on Mike Evans going into this season, AB has been I've had to make that switch mentally. AB is the one you want to start if you're picking between those guys each and every week. It's Antonio Brown for me, with the caveat, monitor those health concerns. Guys, we are going to go ahead and move into our game. I see some more questions in there. We'll get to those throughout the game. Josh, you are running Fantasy Fortune today, so I'm going to pass it off to you to explain the rules before we start.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get this. Let's get this PowerPoint up here. Fantasy Fortune, look at it. Check it out, guys. We're playing Fantasy Fortune today. I know most people have seen Wheel of Fortune. You've seen the show Wheel of Fortune, spin a big wheel, win prizes and money. Hey. Well, today we
got rid of the
Fantasy
prizes.
Fortune.
We got rid of the money.
We got rid of the prizes. Got rid of the prizes.
All the fun aspects.
Money, no money. But this is much like Wheel of Fortune. We got rid of the wheel, like JL said. Instead of spinning a wheel, I will ask the contestants fantasy or football related questions. You will be expected to answer the question quickly. They will be simple 50-50 questions, something like who had more fantasy points so far throughout the entire season in a PPR league, Antonio Brown or Keenan Allen? It's probably pretty close, maybe. Right? If you get the question right, you get to guess a letter for the puzzle. You will be rewarded $500 for each consonant. If you want to buy a vowel, let me know. They'll cost $100 each. If you guess anything wrong, we move on to the next contestant. And if it's your turn and you think you can solve the puzzle, go ahead and solve it. And also, one of our newer rules for this game, if you answer 3 questions correctly in a row, and then you guess the correct letter for the puzzle 3 times in a row, you will automatically get to bank that money for the round, and you'll be able to guess what it is at the puzzle. If you don't know, we move on to the next person. Whoever collects the most money will be our Wheel of Fortune Fantasy Fortune champion.
Of course, Josh, we'll fax Bitcoin for whoever wins, always. Right? In the amount.
I will fax my Bitcoin. I will fax you the Bitcoin.
2,300 Bitcoin.
You just got to give me your fax number. It's that simple.
And a reminder for Nick and Jaylen and myself, make sure we are out of the comments during each round. In between puzzles, you can head back over there, but our viewers are significantly smarter than we are usually, and they get the puzzles well before us. So just make sure we're out of that comment section.
Let's go.
Absolutely.
I want to give a peek behind the curtain to whenever Snacks was on, Nick. Like, I almost lost it on stream because I went into the private chat just to let people know I was there, and I typed here, but I forgot a letter. Snacks typed what appeared to be him just slamming his hand on the keyboard and then pressed enter to let me know he was in the private chat. And I just lost it on stream. Couldn't handle it.
I don't think he knows how to type. I don't think he knows how to use, that was his computer.
That was an earnest attempt to type
here. Yeah. Okay, I'm ready, Josh.
All right, let's get right in there. Simon, we're starting with you. And here it comes. It's an NFL player. Of course Always. It's an NFL player. I love starting out with just a simple NFL player. Simon, I see you're counting the letters there.
I was just making sure it wasn't Ernest Johnson. And then we're good to
That's
go
the first player that popped into my head. I was like, can I fucking answer right now?
So, Simon, are you ready for your first question?
I'm ready.
All right. So all these questions that I will ask over the course of the day will be PPR related, but I'll continue to remind you guys. Simon, in a PPR league, over the course of the entire season so far, who has scored more fantasy points? Who has scored more fantasy points in a PPR league over the course of the season so far? Is it CeeDee Lamb or is it Mike Williams?
Mike Williams.
Mike Williams is the correct answer, Simon. Great job. He's the number 4 highest scoring wide receiver in the year, while CeeDee Lamb's number 10. Simon, what letter would you like?
Give me a T.
He's going with the T. Oh, Simon. Oh, no. There's no T. There's no T in this.
You know what?
Name.
When it's NFL player names, I should guess J every time because I swear every guy I meet has a name that starts with J.
Hey, try it out next round, maybe.
I'll lose.
Nick, how you feeling today?
I don't know. Let's just go.
I love the confidence, Nick. All right. You ready for your first question?
Mark, Nick.
Exactly.
Over the course of the season in a PPR league, who has scored more fantasy points? Who has scored more fantasy points in a PPR league over the course of the season? Is it Joe Mixon or is it Ezekiel Elliott?
Zeke
is absolutely the correct answer. He is the number 4 scoring running back so far this season, while Joe Mixon is number 12. Nick, great job. What letter would you like?
Let's go with the J. Let's steal some.
You're taking the J. Yeah, he's feeling it.
6 J's.
And you are not right. You should not listen to Simon.
It
That's what you're learning.
It was a terrible guess. I just really wanted style points there.
You would have gotten major credit for the style points. But hey, so far, 2 questions answered, both correct, but no one can get a letter on the board. JL, we're coming to you.
I'm about to do it. Let's go. Yep.
All right. Throughout this entire season in PPR League, who has more fantasy points? Is it Mike Gesicki or is it Kyle Pitts?
Gesicki.
Mike Gesicki is absolutely the correct answer, and he's played in one more game, so that could have helped you a little bit. He's the number 8 scoring tight end so far this season. Great job, JL. What letter would you like?
Can I go with J?
You said it.
No,
J. It's already been answered.
I'll go with N. Let's go with N.
As in Nancy, right?
Idiot.
As in N. Yeah, Nancy.
All right. N's and M's sound the same, believe it or not.
Ooh. I'm sitting on top of each other.
Give you $1,000. All right. It's going to give you $1,000 for this round. You can buy a Val JL, or we can move on to the next question.
No, I refuse. Give me another question.
He just wants another question. He's like, screw it. All right, JL. Let's get it.
Josh.
Oh no.
I shouldn't ask for that. Now he's gonna do it. Right.
No more easy ones. All right, JL. True or false? True or false? This is a true or false question for you. And we're going to the FanDuel Sportsbook for this one. True or false? The Washington football team are 7.5-point underdogs to the Green Bay Packers this weekend.
True.
That is true, JL. Good job.
Oh my God.
Let's go.
I hate when you ask it like the exact line because it could just be different. I'll go with let's go with T. No, we already went T. Oh damn.
First you asked J.
First time was a joke. Second time I can't cover it. I can't say it's a joke. I'll go with go with R. Go with R.
He's taking an R. There's one R, JL.
My God. Those are 2 R's on top of each other again. I was gonna lose it.
And it's not Dearness Johnson.
Josh, do you know how to spell Johnson? Dearness Johnson.
Yikes. No, I'm joking. JL, you can buy a Val.
All right, I'll take a Val. I'll take an E. I don't trust you.
Buying the E. There are 2 E's.
Ooh, what is this name?
You're going to lose $200 because of that. But, hey, look, it's starting to develop here.
I don't see anything.
You need another question, JL.
Yes, sir, please. Oh, yes, sir. Yeah, for sure. I do.
The man wants another question. All right, JL. Just to give you some context here, over the course of the season so far, Derrick Henry has 783 rushing yards. 783 rushing yards. Does Nick Chubb have over or under 570 rushing yards?
Under.
Oh,
it is under. He has 520. 23, sorry.
Oh.
And what letter would you like, JL?
Let
me get this.
An S.
S.
Nope, no S.
No.
There's no S.
I know it.
I'm sorry.
Give me that money. Don't give me any questions. Just let me solve this thing.
All right, what is it?
Darnell Mooney.
Oh, son of a
Darnell Mooney is the correct answer. Let's go, Simon.
We talked about him not more than like 3 minutes ago, and he was already completely out of my mind.
Same.
Yeah, well, we actually did just talk about Darnell Mooney, but do you think, Simon, let me just come to you with this. Do you think that Darnell Mooney can be a consistent fantasy option over the course of the season? Do you have any faith in him?
Right now, I don't think any pass catchers in Chicago can be consistent fantasy options rest of season until I see them like open up the game book a little bit more for Justin Fields. They did let him pass a little bit more in the last game, but I'm concerned. I don't think he's quite ready, and I'm not trusting those pass catchers. I guess if you can trust one on Chicago, it's Darnell Mooney right now, just because of the targets he's getting. But I'm trying to avoid if possible.
Yeah, and we kind of beat Darnell Mooney to death. I think.
Hey,
whoa.
But I do think there was a question in here that we might not have gotten to. I could be wrong, but Hasty appears to be playing this week, and he is. It looks like. What's the best way to attack this backfield? Start Elijah Mitchell? Is Sturman going to pop off out of nowhere? Seems like a backfield to fade altogether. I'm starting Elijah Mitchell with confidence this week.
Yep.
Do you guys agree?
Yes, I do, Josh.
I'm starting Elijah Mitchell without confidence. I went back and watched Josh after we talked on the stream yesterday, and I think you are right. Elijah Mitchell is most likely to be the guy in this backfield when he's healthy. I still don't fully trust this team and the system they have for running backs with all these bodies back there. I don't think any of them are clearly the best back. If you have to start one, it's Elijah Mitchell in my eyes, but I'm not like hyped to do so.
How are you feeling about our water bet we made yesterday, Simon? Elijah
water
Mitchell
bet,
or Kyle Juszczyk?
I just want to put an asterisk on that water bet.
You can go it.
I do not fully believe Kyle Juszczyk is going to outperform Elijah Mitchell. It was more making a point that I think that is within the realm of possibilities for Elijah Mitchell this week, that he's outperformed by Juszczyk. Like that's where my confidence is.
I respect you taking
Elijah
the water
Mitchell
to make a point. I
was ready to give you points on top of Juszczyk too. What about you, Nick? Do you agree with Simon? I kind of saw you like point to Simon once he said, "I'm starting him with no confidence." So
I mean, if you have a team this week that you're starting, if you have a running back this week that you're starting with confidence, like good for you. I don't know many people that do, but I'm kind of with you in the sense that like once those guys got hurt and he gave Trey Sermon lead duties as the running back, it clearly shifted over the roles in that backfield. Like Kyle Juszczyk took over as the pass catching back, and he doesn't trust anybody else to have that. So like Elijah Mitchell could go like 17 for 91, which is like a cool game, but Kyle Juszczyk could go like 5 for 44, and that's more points in PPR. So I just think Kyle Juszczyk has played too big of a role at this point in the pass catching sense of things. Elijah Mitchell is definitely like the only back you would consider actually playing in fantasy, but I'm not really too high on his upside.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I like his upside personally, but hey, I might be in my boat all by myself here. I do want to shout out Anthony too. He got the puzzle before everyone else.
Nice job, Anthony. Isaiah had a question for us as well. He wanted to know if Khalil Herbert will threaten David Montgomery's workload when he comes back. Nick, how do you feel on this one? Do you think Khalil Herbert's any threat to David Montgomery's job in this offense?
Man, I really like Khalil Herbert, but I don't. I don't think that's the case. I think I agree with you. Workload once he gets back.
I agree with you. Khalil Herbert's fun.
If anything, he might take like what Damian Williams had, which was like borderline nothing. But I think it's Mons.
Yep, completely agree with you guys there.
All right, guys.
You ready to move puzzle.
On?
Let's go.
Yeah, you can't let Simon keep this lead, guys. You can't let Simon get this lead. All right, this next puzzle is going to get a little bit more creative. We have a week 6 highlight. So this is essentially something that happened in week 6 that stood out to me personally. It could be something, like I said, pre-show. It could be something as simple as Nick Chubb scores 2 touchdowns. Maybe. It's not that. I'll tell you that much. But Nick, we are coming to you first for this one. Are you ready?
Can you solve it, Nick?
Yes.
Do it.
Should I take a crack at it?
Yeah, go for it. No.
Let's go. I can think of something to fit in there.
I'm sure you could. Let's move on. Over the course of the season, the entire season so far in a PPR league, who has scored more fantasy points? Who has scored more fantasy points over the course of the season so far? Is it Melvin Gordon or is it James Conner?
Ooh, that's a good one. I'm gonna go with James Conner.
Ooh, it's Melvin Gordon. But Melvin Gordon's the 16th highest scoring running back, while James Conner is the 23rd. And I kind of screwed you on that one a little bit.
Does that take into account last night?
Yeah, it does. It does.
Would that have changed the answer?
Let me see. Let me do some.
I'm walking off the show.
It would have been super close, but Melvin Gordon still would be a higher scoring back.
Okay, so just a poor execution on my end.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have liked to ask that question that close.
You'll lose the timeout for that challenge, but it's all right.
But we're coming to you, JL. Are you ready for your question?
I'm ready. Let's go.
All right, JL. Who has more rushing yards over the course of the season so far? Who has more rushing yards over the course of the season? Is it Leonard Fournette or is it Tony Pollard?
Fournette.
Tony Pollard is the correct answer. Who would have guessed?
Oh, wow.
Who would have guessed?
Who
would have guessed? It's freaking crazy.
Isn't Leonard Fournette like a top 10 or top 15 back?
I feel like he probably had like 11 yards the first 4 weeks in a row. That's why.
Yeah, man, he's been really turning it on.
All those best ball rosters.
Yeah.
Leonard Fournette's also been pretty involved in the passing game. More involved than Tony Pollard, and Tony Pollard's kind of considered this pass catching specialist. So that's kind of interesting to see. Leonard Fournette's just on the field a lot. So Simon, we're coming to you. You ready for a tough one? I've given these guys pretty tough ones the last couple, so spread the love.
Yep, I got you.
All right, Simon, who has more receiving yards so far this season? Is it Keenan Allen or Henry Ruggs?
Oh God, the fact that you said it's a tough one is really making me question whether this is like a trick, a double trick, a triple trick. I'll go Keenan Allen.
Henry Ruggs is the correct answer.
I thought it was the double trick, you asshole.
Yes, let's go. Henry Ruggs actually has the 14th most receiving yards over the course of the season so far.
How do I feel like you're enjoying this, Josh?
Oh,
you put on the suit and you're just like a sadistic, just an asshole.
Man.
That sums it up. Is
that Men's Warehouse? JCPenney?
I don't know where this one came from. I've had this one for a while, actually. So moving on. Simon, you ready?
I just went.
Oh, well, Nick, are you ready?
Let's go. Now I'm into this.
All right, Nick. Simple true or false coming at you here. True or false? Cooper Kupp has the most touchdowns out of all wide receivers so far this season.
True.
That is true, Nick. That is true. He has 7 touchdowns, while Mike Williams and DeAndre Hopkins each have 6. Great job, Nick. What letter would you like?
Thanks, Josh. T.
No problem, Nick.
Oh, wow. There's no T in the whole puzzle.
Oh my God. I should have
went with the J.
You should have gone with the J.
It blew my mind that there was no T. I put together this puzzle and I had no idea.
Whenever touchdown fits, I'm like, yep, that's touchdown. I thought that second to last word was definitely touchdown.
There's no way that touchdown fits there.
JL now. JL,
touchdowns, plural. Come on, Nick.
You ready, JL?
All right, let's go.
All right, JL. Who has more receptions over the course of the entire season so far? Who has more catches over the course of the season? Is it Mike Evans or is it Adam Thielen?
Thielen. Oh, I answered that quick. Thielen.
Thielen is the correct answer. Whoa. Thielen has 37 catches and Mike Evans has 31. What letter would you like, JL? Can't say T.
Let's go with S.
J.
There's one S.
Son of that's so
we
insulting.
Are really figuring this one out here. We are figuring this one out, people. All right, JL, you can buy a vowel.
Or we can move on to another question.
All right. Who has more fantasy points over the course of the season in a PPR league, of course? Is it Jacoby Myers or is it Emmanuel Sanders?
Oh, Emmanuel Sanders.
Emmanuel Sanders is the correct answer. He's the 23rd scoring wide receiver in PPR leagues. Yeah, I know, right? What letter would you like, JL?
I'll take a C.
Taking a C. There's 2 C's. Yep. There's 2 C's.
Jacoby Myers in a PPR league is just like it's like Usain Bolt running without shoes. No touchdowns, man. He just can't jump up there.
Yeah.
But still fast.
Yeah.
JL,
I'll buy a vowel now. Oh, Nick, whenever Snacks, we're just gonna keep bringing up Snacks this one. He's like, "Oh, I have a rule with Wheel of Fortune." He's like, "I never buy vowels until like the very end," and then literally the second puzzle, he completely abandoned that. Immediately bought vowels.
Yeah, he's a fraud in every aspect of
it.
All right, I'll buy a vowel. I'll take an O.
He's taking an O.
Go.
Self-funk.
There's no O. What is going on
did you
here?
think that was Cooper Kupp at the beginning? Like, no. I also thought it was Cooper Kupp.
No, definitely did not think that. No.
Simon, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
The hell is
I don't know what to do now that it's not Cooper Kupp. I got to start over.
According to the FanDuel Sportsbook, Simon. According to the FanDuel Sportsbook, who is the top? Who has the best betting odds or the worst betting odds? Who is projected to have the most regular season passing yards over the course of the season? All right, that's this year. Is it Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes?
Who is projected to have more passing yards is what you're asking me?
According to the FanDuel Sportsbook.
On this date today, not at the beginning of the season.
Right now, I'm looking at the odds.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady is correct. He is projected to have the most passing yards. It's Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, Dak Prescott, Matthew Stafford, Derek Carr, and Justin Herbert.
Figured Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes were top 2, but I wasn't sure. I wasn't certain if it was going to be Tom or Pat at the top. I'll take an R.
Simon.
Tom or Pat?
There's one R.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
cool.
That's really helping you.
Yeah, I'll take another question. No.
Lucratives. That fits.
All right,
Lacrimonious.
Simon.
I don't know how to spell that.
Who has more receptions so far this season? Is it Marvin Jones or Cole Beasley?
Beasley.
Beasley's correct with 33 receptions. Simon, what letter would you like?
Give me an L.
He's taking an L. There are 2 L's.
Okay. Oh, shoot. Okay. I'll buy a vowel. I'll take an E.
There are
yeah,
1,
so
2, 3, 4.
Shit. I should have thought about that.
6, 7.
Okay, I would like to solve the puzzle. CeeDee Lamb has an incredible game.
Incredible. Wow.
Nice
Good
solve.
job, Simon. Holy
Yeah.
crap. I'm impressed with figuring out incredible right there. But that's the word, and he did have an incredible game.
The whole time I was looking at it, I was thinking Cooper Kupp has an blank game, and I couldn't quite figure out what that word was until we got some more letters in there. I was trying to fit outstanding, exceptional. None of them fit.
You know what's so funny about
had 2 touchdowns and 9 catches, 149 yards.
This game, when your mind gets itself wrapped around one word
and you stuck.
And you know what it is, it just repeatedly says the word over and over again, and you're like, yo, brain, that doesn't even fit. Stop saying it. But
you can't get out of it. It keeps saying it, especially when it's your turn. Like everyone's like waiting on you. It's like, just keep thinking. Stephon
Don't
Diggs.
say exceptional. Don't say exceptional. Don't say exceptional.
Don't say Cooper Kupp.
Well, I'll tell you this much, Simon. No one in the chat got that.
You
you were the first one.
Suck it, chat.
And Anthony said he got a roll. Have a great night, Anthony.
See you, Anthony. We'll miss you.
Yeah, we will.
You guys are so nice to the people out there.
We try. You guys just want to go ahead and get into another puzzle here?
Let's do it.
All right. Well, I got a bunch of good ones for you. So here comes the third one. These are NFL teammates. So just so you guys know, these are 2 guys, first and last name, separated by the ampersand, and they play on the same team. So we would be coming to Nick, but I don't see Nick there. So
I'm here, my camera just unplugged.
Hey, you're here though. You can see our screen, right?
Yeah. Yes.
All right. That's all that matters. All right. So
we'll both be voices out of solidarity.
Out of solidarity.
I respect that.
I mean,
thank you.
out of solidarity. All right, Nick, coming to you. Are you ready for your question?
I am. Let's do it.
All right. Who has more targets so far this season? Who has been targeted more this season? Is it Justin Jefferson or is it Deebo Samuel?
J. Jeff.
J. Jeff is the correct answer, Nick.
Nice.
Great job.
What
letter would you like?
Let's go with an N.
An N is a Nancy, correct? I'm going to take that as a yes. All right.
Ooh.
So that's going to put $1,000 into your bank
Not
for this
Stephon
round.
Diggs on the top.
It's definitely not
Every
Stephon
time,
Diggs.
Joe.
I can't help it. If it fits, I got to go for it.
All right, Nick. You can buy a vowel. You have $1,000 in your bank for this round, or we can just move on to the next question.
Okay. I think I got the first thing.
I'm going to put that $1,000 into Bitcoin, please.
Well, no. See that you got to win the game first. And
Okay.
you got to give me your fax number, and then I'll send you over the Bitcoin via fax.
That stays private.
All right. Well, then you don't get your Bitcoin then, I guess.
Knowing your fans, Nick, they would absolutely blow up your fax number if you have one. If you get it there.
100%.
All right. So you ready? You ready for your next question?
Indeed.
All
He's
right.
back.
Yeah, I'm going to give you a little context here. Travis Kelce has 468 receiving yards so far this season. 468. Does Mark Andrews have over or under 400?
Man, Man, he's balling. I gotta say over.
Yeah, he actually has exactly 468 as well. He is tied with Travis Kelce so far this season in terms of receiving yards. Great job, Nick. What letter would you like?
Let's go with an R.
All righty. Well, there are
Yep.
3 R's.
Okay, I think I got one.
I got it.
I got it too. Oh.
Damn it. That means it's not coming to me.
As soon as people say that, Nick, it's so
The
hard.
pressure gets
It's
all
so hard to, yeah.
I think I know the top one. I'm trying to figure out the.
All right, Nick, you can buy a vowel. And that might help you a little bit here. We're gonna need an answer here, or do you want to?
Yeah, I'd like to solve it.
Okay, go ahead.
Stalling worked.
Hunter Henry and Jacoby Myers.
You son of
Nailed it.
That is absolutely the correct answer, Nick. Great job, Hunter Henry and Jacoby Myers.
Give me that Bitcoin.
Not yet. You still gotta win, Nick. You still gotta win, all right? We'll see. We'll see what happens. Really, you got it before anyone in the chat again. Great job. Great job.
damn.
And FanDuel said, glad to see the Wizard of Oz is playing tonight. A true legend, shadowy voice behind the puzzle.
All right. So both of these guys, both Hunter Henry and Jacoby Myers, they seem like their stock's on the rise. You know, coming in the season, people were nervous about Jonnu Smith, but it looks like Hunter Henry is kind of the number one tight end with the Patriots. JL, do you feel comfortable putting Hunter Henry in your starting tight end slot going forward?
I mean, yeah, I guess he's a tight end. He's getting
that's a good way to sum it up.
Yeah, in the offense, he's got 13.5% target share. It's pretty good for a tight end. I'll take it.
I went into the season being nervous about Hunter Henry for Jonnu Smith. Like you said, people were nervous about Jonnu Smith. No, I was nervous about Hunter Henry eating into Jonnu Smith's production.
Yeah.
Really,
that's what
really
I'm saying.
flipped.
Yeah, I think a lot of people thought Jonnu Smith was going to be the guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely did. I did for sure.
I agree with you. And Jacoby Myers, like Nick so eloquently put, he's like Usain Bolt without shoes.
You can start him.
You can start him, but don't expect much.
Definitely, it's going to be tattooed on some people's bodies.
Let's go.
Who?
All right, guys. You ready for the next puzzle here?
Let's do it.
Yeah, Maria did get Hunter Henry. She got half the puzzle.
Yeah, she did.
So half your
nice job,
Maria. I kind of want to give you crap for that. I don't know where you are in the video, but I think you put that in there after.
Oh, calling her out. She's about to bust through the door.
Nick was just saying, like,
Maria.
we're nice to our stream, and then Josh is just like, yeah, well, screw you, Maria.
I love you, Maria. I love you, but
she's about to burst through the door and be like,
give me a little crap.
hell no, I didn't. Fight Josh.
I'll fight. We can fight. Oh, she's coming at me saying, "Wow."
Nah, Maria.
All right,
Maria
let's move on to the next puzzle here. All right, this is a fantasy trade that I've seen go down recently. Nick, essentially, what you can think of this as
Ross St. Brown. Sorry, go on. I'm kidding.
It's two players.
The hyphen was like
two players with somewhat similar fantasy value, right? So Nick, you got that last puzzle correct. So we are going to JL first in this round. JL, how you feeling?
I'm feeling
Like a
fantastic.
loser.
I got $0. I'm hoping to get some points. I can't do another naked mile. They're not going to let me out this time.
Let you out?
My neighborhood can't do it.
Oh God.
I'm ready,
right,
Josh.
JL.
I need to get some dollars here.
For this question, I am going to have you recall the previous week, all right? Because we are talking about week six stats, week 6 fantasy points in a PPR league.
Let's go.
All right. Who had more fantasy points last week? Just last week, all right? Just in week 6. Was it Deontay Johnson or was it Donovan Peoples-Jones?
Oh, my God. Deontay Johnson.
It was Donovan Peoples-Jones, the number 5 receiver overall in PPR leagues last week because he scored 2 touchdowns and 101 yards. Really,
just completely
Hail Mary,
wrecked that dude to get into the end zone.
Oh, yeah,
Dynasty wide receiver number 1.
How are you going to remember that Hail Mary catch and then also vote against him there?
Because that's all I remember.
He had a baseline of 60 yards and a touchdown.
But Deontay
point.
Johnson had a very good game himself. You know, he was the 16th overall wide receiver in PPR leagues. Not bad, not bad.
But not last week.
JL's an idiot.
Damn it.
All right, Simon, how you feeling?
Good. I better get this one right after just calling JL out like that.
I know, because we are again going back to week 6, so I hope you remember what happened last week in a PPR league. All right, who scored more fantasy points last week? Was it Damian Harris or was it Darrell Williams?
Darrell Williams.
Darrell Williams was absolutely the correct answer.
Man, you're gonna give him a layup after you give me
scoring.
freaking Donovan Peoples-Jones.
That was a layup, JL. You just missed the layup.
Everybody.
You just bricked
Not
it.
for everybody.
So Darrell Williams, he was absolutely the correct answer. Simon, what letter would you like?
Give me an R.
He's taking an R. There's 2 R's.
Okay, that's not what I thought the first name was, but that's helpful, I guess.
Got $1,000 in your bank for this round, Simon. You want to buy a letter or buy a vowel?
No, I'd like another question.
All right, the man wants another question. He doesn't want to mess around with this. All right, who has more yards? Who has more yards so far this season?
Like all-purpose yards?
That's actually, I'm glad you. Once we get into it, it won't matter. But it is receiving yards I'm talking about.
Okay,
I know one of these names.
Congratulations.
Okay.
I'm trying to put the pressure on because I'm really losing.
Who has more yards so far this season? Is it Dalton Schultz or is it David Njoku?
It's got to be Schultz, right?
Dalton Schultz is the correct answer. I thought maybe I would confuse you a little bit. You know, I like to get you. You're a Browns fan. You knew David Njoku had that big play last week.
Yeah, but I also know the Browns tight ends. You're just playing like freaking tight end roulette, and most of the time everybody loses.
Who's the guy that scored last night? Steven
that was
Stanton the fourth.
That was a fullback. That wasn't even a tight end. Johnny Stanton the fourth. He's a fullback. And then Harrison Bryant, Austin Hooper, David Njoku. I'm start none of them. Maybe if you could start just Browns tight ends as a whole entity, it might be good. But
one of my teams was so bad this week in a dynasty league that I had Austin Hooper going in my super flex spot.
Damn,
Nick, I have Harrison Bryant in a super flex spot in one of my dynasty leagues as well.
This has got to be the worst week of all time.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
All the buys, all the injuries.
Chris Moore is my best wide receiver on a team that I'm starting.
Not even like your fill-in.
Not my fill. Like he's the top guy.
You should probably orphan that team.
Yeah, Simon. I know how you like the draft too. I don't know how that happens.
Yeah.
Injuries and buys. It's messing me up.
Simon, you get to pick a letter.
Give me an N.
An N. There's 2 N's. 2 N's. You built up $2,000 here, and
I'll buy a vowel. Give me an O.
Find an O. Oh, there's 4 O's. There's 4 O's. You might know one of these names.
Yeah, I obviously know one of the names. I just don't know the second one. I'll buy another vowel.
All right.
I'll take an A because I know there's at least one. And I'm hoping there's one in the second name too.
There's 2 A's, and that's gonna help, huh? A little bit.
Damn.
Oh, what the hell? Why? Okay.
Like I said, Amon Ra.
Simon.
I was like, oh no, did you just give an answer?
Oh my gosh. Why can't I think of the second name? It's really. I guess I need another question, Josh, because it's not coming to me.
All right, Simon, we are going to a question here. Who has more receiving yards so far this season? Is it DeAndre Hopkins or is it Tyler Lockett?
Lockett.
Lockett is the correct answer. Great job. What letter would you like?
M.
M as in mother?
M as in mother.
There's 1 M.
Shoot.
And Simon, we are at the point where you have to solve.
It's gonna be. It's gonna be, big boy.
It's gonna be. I know the answer, and it's right there, and I'm just gonna say it out loud.
3 seconds. 1, 2,
0. Done. You're good.
Rondé Moore, Alex Collins.
No way.
That's the clock. The shot clock had already buzzed. Come on, Josh. You said 3 seconds.
You're going to Nick Ercolano.
Yes.
Oh, he's doing it.
Rondé Moore and Alex Collins. Josh, listen. You dress up in a suit. You better bring that professionality.
I had to do it to you, Simon. I'm sorry. The shot clock ran out. Like we had to go to review. We had to check the tape.
Yeah.
But it was coming out of your hand, but it didn't leave your fingertips yet. You know, like I'm sorry. I feel bad for this, but
oh my god,
Nick is getting these points.
You know what? In the NFL, the best players get the easiest refs, but in Fantasy Fortune, it's the best players that just get shit on constantly. It's a different game over here. So just consider me the Tom Brady of Fantasy Fortune. And
hold on here. After review, the rolling on the field stands. Let's go, Nick.
Wow.
Let's go.
I'll take half Bitcoin, half Ethereum, please.
Oh, wait, I just realized how I messed up. Wait, no, I want to give that to Simon now.
Because now you got to give Nick more money.
Can't afford
3,500 Bitcoin.
Well, Jacob did come in and he did get Rondell Moore, but hey, no one else got it. No one. You guys are beating the chat today.
Chat's
We're killing it today, man. Damn.
Yeah, we are killing it. We are all three of us killing it. And we
are real fast, guys. I want to ask you, in a normal just redraft league, I know it's going to be team dependent, but just like if you were drafting new today, which one of these guys would you draft first?
Collins.
Of these two?
Yeah. Rondell Moore, Alex Collins.
I guess I would take Collins. I feel like Rondell Moore, realistically, like everyone's just trying to wish him into existence, but we're like halfway through the season and he's still getting like 40% of the snaps. You know?
Yeah.
He's like never playable. He's not someone that you could ever throw into your lineups.
Randomly blows up.
Yeah.
I think you summed it up, Nick. Alex Collins, we don't know Chris Carson's status, but he has a neck injury and it can be pretty serious, especially for a running back of his running style. He's a power runner. I don't know if we're going to see Chris Carson again this year. I hope so, but Alex Collins could be the starting running back for the Seahawks.
Yeah, he looked good too.
Yeah,
he did.
All right. Simon, do you agree, Alex Collins or Rondell Moore?
Screw you. I mean, sorry about that. That just slipped out.
It happens to the best of us.
I just kept thinking Adam. And I was like, it can't be freaking Adam because there's not a second A in there, but I couldn't get the name Adam out of my head.
I'm just surprised that you actually got it.
Yeah.
I
said, I see you didn't hate on Jacob when he got one of the names.
I wasn't hating on you for just getting one of the names. It just,
I thought I saw
it pop up after Simon had already answered. I'm just saying.
Your reputation's on thin ice, Josh.
All right, let's move on to the next puzzle before I dig myself into a greater hole here.
All right, this is my puzzle. It's my time to shine.
Yeah, this is your puzzle, JL. We are coming to you first. Nick's got a solid lead here, and this is a new category that I am bringing to you guys this week. These are fantasy busts through week 6. These are 3 of the biggest fantasy busts through week 6, and their only last names.
I was going to say, and all their names start with hyphens.
They all legally have one name.
I just wanted to separate them for you guys, but these are 3 last names. They're all fantasy busts through week 6. They're busts in my mind. You know, we drafted them having high expectations, and now we're like, where are these guys? What did they do? I need more out of these guys. And it's not due to injury either. I'll tell you that much. All right, JL, we're coming to you. How you feeling?
I'm good. I got 2 of these, I think.
You feel comfortable with this category, you think?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. Over the course of the season in a PPR league, who has scored more fantasy points? Who has scored more fantasy points over the course of the season so far? Is it Christian Kirk or is it AJ Green?
Green.
I'm sorry, it's Christian Kirk. What? Kirk has scored more points. He's the 29th highest scoring fantasy receiver so far this season. Simon, we're coming to you.
Thank you.
How's it going?
It's going good.
You feeling good?
Yep.
All right. Well, who has more receptions so far this season? Who has more catches? All right. Is it Dawson Knox or is it Hunter Henry?
We'll go Knox.
And I'm sorry, it is Hunter Henry.
Wow.
You idiot.
That was a Josh math question. But we're just going to keep going. We're going to keep moving on. Nick, are you ready?
Let's do it.
All right. Who has more receptions over the course of the season so far? Who has more catches over the course of the season? Is it Jaylen Waddle or is it Robert Woods?
I'll stick with Robert Woods.
I'm sorry, it's Jaylen Waddle. He's actually 9th in the NFL in terms of catches over the course of the season so far.
Really?
37 catches Jaylen Waddle has. Yeah, I know. It's surprising, right?
I would have gone Woods as well.
Well, I think Waddle just isn't producing a ton of fantasy points, but he is getting those catches. He's getting a lot of short area targets.
Does he have more yards than he does receptions? I feel like he's like
you mean receptions.
Yeah, 37 receptions and 29 yards.
Yeah.
Accidentally
Jail,
ran
we're coming to
backwards.
you.
All right, let's do it.
And you know what? I asked a similar question to Simon here, and I'm gonna come to you for this one. According to the FanDuel Sportsbook, I could just see JL like, who is projected to have the most receiving yards this season? The most receiving yards this season. Is it Cooper Kupp or Devontae Adams?
It's a good question.
Devontae Adams.
Devontae Adams is the correct answer.
Sharp
Devontae
play.
Adams is projected to have the most receiving yards. What letter would you like?
Is
JL?
his target share still at like 35 or something?
Probably.
Something so stupid.
Aaron Rodgers only throws to Adams.
Ridiculous. I'll go with N.
A what? I'm sorry. You
N.
like froze
N
up.
is in
N,
Nancy.
yeah. There are 3 N's, JL.
That first one.
Yeah. Everyone
These
got
are
that
last
top one.
names.
Like
Yeah,
5
that one.
seconds, probably.
Come on.
These are
Come on.
last names of fantasy players that are disappointing us. They are busts. I would call them busts at least. But they still have time to change things around, right, JL? JL,
Why does
you
my
wanna buy it
brain
out?
like it thinks of names that I know aren't like there's no one in the NFL with these names, but like it just keeps going there. It's so stupid. I'll take a vowel.
What vowel would you like?
I'll take a no.
Taking an oh,
Nerd.
That's a wheel.
there are 2 O's. I don't think that's going to help you too
Well, that
much.
didn't
I'll
help
take-
you at all.
Might as well take an L there.
I'll take it. I can buy an L.
No,
I
not
would,
allowed
I would
to
buy
an
an L, but I have zero money.
You
I'll
earn the L, actually.
I'll buy an
you
A.
don't have to buy it.
We're gonna give that
Yeah,
to you for free.
Actually, I'll buy. Oh, can
Yeah,
I
go
change
ahead.
it? An I.
Sure.
That doesn't help
Eyes.
me. I'll buy an A. God, I just want some money, please.
Ooh.
What? Oh,
I got
okay.
it. I got it. I would like to solve.
Go ahead.
Robinson,
up there.
Ayuk, Sanders.
Yes, JL. That is absolutely
We did
correct.
it.
Great job. Guys,
I'm gonna lose.
right?
I don't care.
You agree
I'm
with
on
me.
the
These
board.
guys are all lost, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how you could fight against that one. I'd like to hear someone tell me why Allen Robinson or Brandon Ayuk isn't a bust this
I
year.
could see someone saying that Sanders isn't a bust. He's the 30th scoring running back so far. No, he's a bust. All right. Like you drafted him, you drafted him in the top 20 running backs, and he's played every week. You know, there's no one that's played every week and been the starter for their team that he's just so disappointing, right?
Josh, don't worry. No one's arguing against Miles Sanders.
There's some
It's like
crazy Miles
you're
Sanders
fighting with
truthers out there.
yourself.
All right, you guys just want to move on to the next puzzle?
Yeah,
We probably
let's
have
fit
time for
one more puzzle in here.
Let's go.
All right. Let's
there's
get
always
in
those
there.
people I feel like on Twitter.
And Nick got
Why is
the
everyone
lead.
down on Devontae Adams? No one's down on Devontae Adams.
Yeah, like shut your mouth. They'll like
Yeah.
type
Where
it
are you
into the
seeing
search
that?
bar, find like one random
Yeah,
person that said
yeah.
it.
These are
All right,
two
so Nick-
players, and they have the same last name. So look, this is a first name, then an ampersand, and then another first name, and then a last name. Okay, so they have this. The last name will correlate for both these first names. Does that make sense?
It does.
I got you, Josh. I got you.
All right, Simon, we're coming to you first. How you feeling?
Good. Let's get a question.
I got that weird vibe, like that,
Simon's
like that where
thinking-faced.
Simon wanted to solve it.
No, I don't know it. I have no idea.
All right, Simon. True or false? This is a true or false question for you. Joe Burrow is top 10 in terms of passing yards so far this season. True or false?
True.
It's false. He's actually the 14th leader in terms of passing yards. Top
I'm
10 would be
surprised.
well, okay. It would be Lamar Jackson, Allen, Murray, Cousins, Herbert, Prescott, Stafford, Mahomes, Carr, and Brady. Let's go. Nick, we're coming to you. You ready?
Let's do it.
Nick, true or false? Jalen Hurts is top 10 in terms of passing touchdowns so far this season.
I gotta go false. False there.
That is false. Great job, Nick.
Nice pull.
What letter would you like?
Let's go with an N.
Really thought you'd go Jay.
There's one
done.
in Nick.
I'm
There's
done
one
with
This
that.
seems this seems like a J puzzle. I can just feel it.
Ooh.
All right, Nick.
Oh, wait,
you
no,
can
that
buy a
doesn't make
vowel,
sense.
or we can move on to the next question.
Yeah, let's go to the next question.
All right, Nick. Who has more passing yards so far this season? Who has more passing yards so far this season? Is it Mac Jones or Sam Darnold?
It's got to be Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold is the correct answer. He's 12th in terms of passing yards, while Mac Jones is 20th. But they might not be as crazy separated as you might think. It's 101 yards of separation. Sam Darnold has 1,573. So, Nick, what letter would you like?
Let's go with an S.
I'm sorry, you kind of broke up there.
S.
He said S.
S. There's one S, Nick. You got $1,000 so far built up over the course of this round. You can buy a vowel, or we can move on to one more question here. Just so you know, if you get this question right and the next letter correct, you are going to have to guess at the puzzle.
Simon, why do you close one eye when you do it?
I have my eyes aren't as good as each other. My left
okay.
eye, I'm left eye dominant, so I close my right eye when I get up close to things.
All right, let's buy an O.
You're going to buy no.
Oh, I got it.
I'm sorry, Nick. There's no O. JL, we're coming to you.
All right, let's go.
You want a question?
Yes, please. I don't know
All
it.
right. You don't?
Can't
Why
let
not?
Simon clean up again.
No, you
Well,
really shouldn't.
I'm going to have to answer at least one question if I want to beat Nick. I'm going to have to get some letters on the board. I can't just solve it for 1,000.
JL.
Yeah.
Who has more fantasy points so far this season in a PPR league? Is it Michael Pittman or is it Brandon Cooks?
Sorry, fantasy points you said?
Yeah, Michael Pittman or Brandon Cooks?
Pittman.
I'm sorry, Brandon Cook's the 18th highest
Thought it was a
scoring
trick.
wide receiver, and Michael Pittman's 31st. Simon, we're coming to you.
And I was wrong. I can't spell. One of the names doesn't fit at all. So,
Ooh, loser. All right. So you want a question, Simon?
yeah.
All right. Who has more receiving touchdowns so far this season? Who has more touchdowns receiving so far this season? Is it Marquise Brown or is it Stephon Diggs?
Brown.
Brown is the correct answer. 5-2. Stephon Diggs only has 2 touchdowns. What letter would you like, Simon?
I actually want a J.
He wants a J. And there's one J,
Okay,
Simon.
there we go. I knew that was a J. I was hoping the last name was
here we
too, but
go.
it's not.
Jasoon?
I'll buy a vowel.
Oh, I'm done.
Go ahead.
U. Let's hope there's another one.
There's one
Shoot.
U.
Oh, I'll buy another vowel. I'll take the I.
Coward.
There are 2 I's.
We got this. Let me solve.
I'll take another. I'll take another puzzle.
Question, right?
Question. Yeah. No, I'll take a new puzzle.
I just want to know. I don't like
I
that.
was about to
knows
say,
this
I don't
one.
like that
Let's
Nick
get-
knows it.
I
Yeah,
can't
let's get a
do
new
that.
puzzle.
I just can't do it, man. Like, all right. Over the course of the fantasy season so far in a PPR league,
Oh, shit,
who
I gotta
has
go.
scored- I thought he was serious.
Same. I heard a siren. I was
I
like, what?
completely thought he was serious.
That's not my window,
Holy
yeah.
crap.
I didn't know if you guys could hear that because I have a directional mic, but it's so loud right
So
outside my
loud,
window. Yeah.
All right, Simon. Here we go. Who has more fantasy points in a PPR league so far this season? Is it Najee Harris or is it Aaron Jones?
Najee Harris.
Najee Harris is correct. He's the 3rd highest scoring
Boo.
running back.
If we're being
What
honest,
letter would
Josh,
you
I forgot to listen entirely to the question because I was looking at the puzzle and I just picked a name and hoped for the best. I'm gonna go with a T.
like? A T. There are 2 T's.
Why can't I think of this name?
Bruh.
Bruh. Bruh.
But it's not enough to win. I need another question.
Shot clock.
I need another question because I won't beat Nick.
Nick
I
knows
have
it.
to
It's not even come back to me. Why am I trying so hard?
I got it now, but I need. I'm gonna put an H on the board after I get this question right. That'll be enough money to put me over Nick, and then we're gonna win this game.
All right,
But I
Simon,
gotta
you
get the
ready? You
question
ready for
right.
this?
Yeah.
Hardest question out you got right now.
Yeah, you want,
Yeah.
I can hit him with a hard one. All right. Hold on. Let me dig into the cellar for this one. Over the course of the fantasy season so far, Simon, all right, who has scored more fantasy points? Is it Tim Patrick? No. I don't like that one. We're switching up.
Not hard.
Over the course of the fantasy season so far, who has scored more fantasy points in a PPR league? Is it Hunter Renfrow or is it Mecole Hardman?
It's got to be Renfro, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Simon. It is. Go ahead.
Boo.
Give me an H.
An H. And that's going to do it for you, Simon.
Khalil and Justin Herbert.
Wait. Oh,
Good job.
damn.
Good job.
I can't
Good job.
math.
Good job.
Boo.
Good job.
Good job,
Simon.
it was Lamar and Justin Jackson.
Can I give my 1,000 to Nick so that Simon doesn't win?
I wish you could, because like I'd much rather see Nick win this game. But I'm sorry, Nick. I guess I didn't ask him quite hard enough of a question there at the
Nick,
end.
Josh texted me the answer because he was afraid he was gonna have to actually send you all that Bitcoin. We were just trying. It's like a scam we run on the show. We say you can win Bitcoin, but then we make sure the guest doesn't win.
Yeah, this was actually this was a fun version of this. I feel like a lot of times when you do this in fantasy, if the two options are like the running back 34 and the running back 35, it's not fun to do that because there's no way of knowing the difference of them. At least there was enough. There was enough gap.
We call that Josh math here.
Okay, you gave Simon some that were just like way too easy. I think we need to like readjust those questions next time. But otherwise,
Josh special.
I will say that Mecole Hardman, he's been playing really well lately. So I was just wondering if like that perception of him might take over, But I get what you're saying.
Maria said Justin, Fields. And then she said Jefferson Fields.
I couldn't think of another Justin except for Jefferson. I'm like,
I had Lamar and Justin Jackson is what I thought it was at first. But Lamar didn't fit.
I went that route too.
Good job, Jacob. Good job.
Nice job getting it, Jacob. Maria said Tucker. Oh, Tucker 0. And Tucker Kevin 0. Here with the GGs all around. And Nick, thank you so much for coming on today, my man. I really appreciate it. This was a blast.
Thank you for having me. Yeah, I had a lot of fun. It was a good game show you guys got going on here.
And guys, if you are not subscribed to Nick's channel over on YouTube, make sure you go check them out. They've got a bunch of awesome shows, great content, and it is the first fantasy lifestyle brand out there, and the content is unlike any other site I can think of. So make sure you guys go and check out what they're making over there. Some really cool stuff.
You guys ever just like mark around the office, like have some like rally cry? Whoa, whoa, whoa! You have anything cool like that?
We got sirens. We got fake sirens.
Sirens,
when we're in need of winning a game, I put fake sirens on, so hopefully everybody runs out.
Almost got me.
And guys, saying every time he's just about to lose. He's never lost a game because either all the pieces go on the floor or he wins.
Jacob said Nick is the GOAT. Facts. Completely agree right there.
I talked so much shit coming into this game, and I just did not back it up. Oh man.
Yeah,
Tim wants to know who would.
I'm gonna go see that poll that you put on.
That poll, yeah. I'm gonna have to buy myself 12 above ground pools.
Tim wants to know who would win in the fight.
Bitcoin.
Jill, would you beat a 70-year-old Mike Tyson, or are you taking the L in this battle?
I'm taking Mike Tyson there. Sorry, bro.
The L so quick.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he would rock you. No questions asked. Guys, if you are not sick of us either, a reminder, we will be live at 7 p.m. Eastern time on Sunday on the FanDuel YouTube and Twitch channels for your Sunday night fantasy recap. So make sure to come check us out over there with our boy Jay as well. We will be breaking down all of that Sunday's games and previewing the Sunday night football game. And with all the buys going on this week, we're going to have so much time to talk about these games. It is going to be a great time. And Rum Boy's in here going big time, guys. Nick is the truth. Man, Nick, you're just getting all the love in the chat. Nick got me addicted to fantasy. LOL from Jacob. Man, Nick, just hooking people into fantasy sports like that. Inconsiderate, really.
I'm gonna have to send you some insults this weekend. You can't let your head get too big after this.
Hey man, you guys are the ones saying things. I'm over here. I'm over here napping.
Guys, that is going to be it for us today. Again, a big thanks to Nick for coming on. Go follow him on Twitter. Go subscribe to their channel on YouTube. We will be back on Sunday at 7 p.m. And then we are live Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern time on our own YouTube channels. You can find us at Front Yard Fantasy on both YouTube and Twitch. So come check us out over there if you enjoyed the games that we are playing today. We're doing stuff like that Monday through Friday, every day at 3 p.m. It's a ton of fun. But I think that's it. Josh, we were talking right before the show, and I know there was something you were wanting to tell everyone.
There's this thing called trading in fantasy, and it makes it fun. Trading makes fantasy fun.
Trading makes fantasy fun. It's going to be it for us today, guys. Unless you guys have anything else, we are out of here.
Bye-bye.
See you guys.
Love you guys.
Enjoy your weekend.